Hello friends, I trust you are all doing well. Thank you for tuning in. Lately, portable monitors have started to become popular, especially that video signals can now be transmitted via Type-C ports. This is the Arzopa Z1FC 16-inch portable monitor which I have been using for about 2 months now. It has been quite a handy and integral part of my setup. Having used it for a while, I have a few things to tell you about the monitor. Stay tuned. This is a simulated unboxing experience to show you how the monitor is packaged and what to expect out of the box. The box itself is fairly stiff and fitted with foam on the inside to protect the screen during transit. The monitor comes wrapped in polythene with the screen side facing upwards. But let's first put the monitor aside and check the other contents in the box. The package comes with 3 different cables, as I will show you shortly. First, we have this USB-C to USB-C cable that is used to transmit both power and video signal from the source to the monitor. The cable is about 1 meter in length and comes fitted with a cable management Velcro. Next, we have a regular USB-A to USB-C cable. This cable is also 1 meter in length but is not gold plated like the USB-C to USB-C cable we checked previously. Finally, hidden under the documentation, we have a 1 meter HDMI to mini HDMI cable which is gold plated. The user guide details all the connections that are possible with this monitor. Last but not least, we have the warranty card, which may be prudent to retain. Let's get to the star of the show now. Like I said earlier, this is a simulated unboxing, and shortly it will become very evident. Yes, you saw right. Those are some nasty fingerprints despite the matte finish of the monitor. From this sticker, we can see that the monitor supports a refresh rate of 144 Hz, has a wide viewing angle typical of IPS display technology, supports HDR, has a resolution of 1080p, is ultra light, and supports both USB-C and HDMI connections. Despite having a matte finish, you can see how the monitor housing, which is made of aluminum, is a fingerprint magnet that is not easy to wipe off. The monitor measures 36.5 centimeters in length, 22.7 centimeters in width, and 1 centimeter in thickness. Now, let's take a close look at the I/O ports located on the left side of the monitor. We have 2 USB-C ports, both of which can be used to power the monitor and/or deliver video signal as well. We also have the mini HDMI port, which will only deliver video signal to the monitor. Over here, we have some holes for the left speaker. At the top of the left side, we have a set of buttons which include the OSD button for activating the monitor settings menu, the volume and brightness adjustment button at the middle, and finally the power and return key located at the farthest end. On the right side of the monitor, we only have the holes for the right speaker. There is a pair of rubber feet fixed at the bottom of the monitor to prevent sliding. As I had mentioned earlier, the entire monitor housing is made up of aluminum and feels very sturdy. The monitor also includes a stand made of aluminum as well. The stand also feels very solid and allows you to set the monitor in landscape or portrait mode. Using a small magnet fitted in place, the stand retracts and securely locks into its groove. The monitor can be connected to a compatible source using only one cable, but there's a catch which I will explain a bit later in the video. For some reason, the supplied USB-C to USB-C cable didn't always work for me, As you can see in this demonstration, I used the default cable to connect my Samsung Dex enabled smartphone to the monitor, but the monitor did not output any signal. The phone rejected the connection and suggested that the USB-C port may be dirty, which is not the case. Trying two different cables, one by Anchor and another by Cable Matters, the connection worked just fine. The monitor output Samsung Dex as expected. Here is a quick walkthrough through the OSD menu. The colors on the monitor are very vivid, although I find them a little warm. Of course, seeing the screen over the YouTube lens will not portray the full beauty of the display. As expected of small monitor speakers, they sound teeny. Take a listen. Take note that when using only one USB-C cable, the power delivered by the cable is limited and will not be enough to power the monitor at full brightness. Consequently, if you try and increase the brightness beyond level 25, the display will restart itself. However, if we provide additional power via the extra USB-C port, the brightness can now be cranked to maximum. As you can see, this time the display doesn't turn off when we increase the brightness. You can connect the monitor to a Thunderbolt 4 enabled Mac or Windows system using only one cable. However, as we've just seen, you will need to connect two cables if you want to use the display at higher brightness levels. As you can see, the Arzopa monitor really complements the tiny form factor of the 2024 Mac Mini. The Mac picks up the full 144Hz refresh rate of the monitor. In this portion of the video, I want to revisit the Arzopa USB-C to USB-C cable that gave us issues at first. I am also going to demonstrate the expected experience for Samsung Dex users. Our test devices include the Samsung Tab S8 on the left, the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra at the middle, and the Samsung Xcover 6 Pro at the right. All these three Samsung devices support Samsung Dex. As you can see, the Arzopa cable, which just worked on the Tab S8, now doesn't work with the Xcover 6. The Xcover 6 gives the same dirty USB port error we saw earlier in the video. The S24 Ultra appears to send power to the monitor at first, but then the monitor actually doesn't display anything. Using this USB-C Thunderbolt 4 cable by Cable Matters, we see that both the Tab S8 and Xcover 6 display Samsung Dex on the monitor without issues. However, the S24 Ultra won't have any of it. Later, I noticed that the S24 Ultra gave this warning. The only way the S24 Ultra will send display to the monitor is via this Anker 551 hub. The hub setup necessitated the use of this HDMI to mini HDMI cable that came with the monitor. I decided to try the Arzopa USB-C cable for the third time, and indeed it worked with the hub. What are the key takeaways of this review? Number 1. The monitor is a great companion for a portable PC setup, be it Mac or Windows. The monitor build is outstanding, colors are superb, and the 144Hz refresh rate sure feels snappy. Takeaway number 2. For Samsung Dex users, especially Galaxy S24 Ultra owners, expect issues with direct connection to the monitor. The S24 Ultra gives power draw warnings when connected directly to the monitor. However, hubs supporting HDMI out will work without issues. The last takeaway is that you should always have extra USB-C cables in hand, both ordinary and Thunderbolt spec, just in case those supplied by the product manufacturer fail to work as expected. At the time of making this video, the Arzopa Z1FC portable monitor retails for $149, but you can grab it cheaper with a $30 coupon. However, without the coupon, this discounted 16-inch UPerfect 2K monitor with 120Hz refresh rate might actually be a better deal, especially considering that it has VESA mount support unlike the Arzopa. As usual, I appreciate you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe for more tech content. See you in the next video.